Alright, hello and welcome back to another video. This one is gonna be about multiplayer. So the first part, I think I'm going to do like the PvE, and I think the first thing we're going to do here is like take the a live folder right here, duplicate it, and put it in the replicated storage and name it characters. Uh, and after that, we're going to create a zone for a player to walk in and things. This one is, I think it's 50 and 50. Alright, that's good. That's good enough. And let's add a billboard UI in it and make and add a text label. 1 0 and where is it? Oh, it's in here. Do it inside of here. That's a little bit too much. This is probably fine. Yeah, and then after that, inside the text label here, I'm going to name this player count. Its size is going to be something like this, and then 2 out of 2 player. You can add more player if you want, but I'm just going to make it 2 for now. Alright, let's make the text color into white, and let's make the background not visible anymore, invisible. And let's make the text stroke visible, and I'm going to change this one to Noto Sans because I like that font. Alright, so now we have a small player count on here. I think I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. And let's make this text size even bigger. There we go, that should do it. Alright, so I'm thinking that, oh yeah, remember to anchor the part. So I'm thinking that when the player walk into the range of this one, it's like the game is going to keep trying to detect when if like how many players are in this inside of this one, and then change the number accordingly and things, something like that. Alright, so let's try to do it. Let's add a new script called, this one is going to be called zone script. Oh yeah, and for the script inside the start battle right here, we're going to disable all these parts so that it won't affect us when testing. Oh yeah, we can do this one too. Right, let's, no, not like that. Local players equals game get service players get children with a hashtag before it, equals 1. Then we're just going to do all this one right away. I accidentally copied an extra end in here. We're not gonna need this one. No, we're gonna delete this one. Let's just delete all of this. We're not gonna need it right now. So like when you if the game only have one player, then it's going to start the battle right away, because there's no point waiting for other people. Oh yeah, besides the player count, I think I'm going to add a new one. This one is gonna be the count down. Let's move it to the side a little bit, something like 20 seconds. So in the zone script, we're going to local zone equals script dot parent zone dot let's not use this one and change it to zone dot touched connect function heat if heat dot parent find first chart humanoid, then local player equals players find first child heat dot parent dot name if player, then alright, and let's make a new players table equals this thing if player table player dot user ID or player table player dot user ID equals to 1, then we'll equals to 0. Then player table player dot user ID is going to be equals to 1. Alright, now we will have to find a way to detect when the player goes out. Alright, so zone dot touch ended connect function, I think it's still going to be hit, and let's remove this one and then change it to something like this. And for this one right here, we're going to add an else, and after that let's put this zone right here into a replicate storage. Local zone equals replicate storage dot zone, and clone it. Zone dot parent is going to be game dot workspace. Have I anchored the zone? Yes, I did. Zone dot c frame is gonna be a parts dot c frame. No, not part dot c frame. C frame dot new parts dot c frame dot x 0 0 part dot c frame dot z times c frame dot angles math dot rad 0 and math dot rad 90 and math dot radian 90. And right after that we're going to destroy the parts, and I think we're going to remove this one right now so it's easier to test. Right, so let's try it out. There we go. So let's see. Okay, it's kind of weird. It keeps printing like 1010. Alright, so I have another idea for this. Now I think instead of detecting when the player like going out of the part, they only need to like touch the zone to like for it to count them as the player inside, and after that they can go anywhere they want. When the battle starts, it's going to like teleport them near the battle and change the camera and things. Maybe something like that. Yeah. So now I think we're going to make a new UI, perhaps. This one is gonna be the I'm going to call this one like maybe the main UI. I'm going to add a new local script to it with all of this, with some of this one. Local UI. I'm going to load. Let's call this one main like main. I'm just gonna call it main. Alright, now let's go into replicate the storage and make a new event. Anyways, let's name this one something like update counts, perhaps. Local events, local replicate storage equals game get service replicate storage replicate storage dot events local update counts. It's gonna be equals to events wait for child update counts. Update counts fire clients player. Alright, I'm going to do for I player in pairs players table do if layer equals to 1. Then we're going to update count our client. Let's see, players get player from by user ID, and let's after that we're going to send the zone dot billboard UI. Right, local update counts equals events folder, wait for child, update counts dot on client events connect function UI. And I think we got send. I'm having to use like too many for loops here. If p equals 1, then local num equals 0, num plus 1, and then send a number. Num equals to 1, then right, if num equals to 1, then we're going to start a countdown for repeat local n equals 30 seconds or something. Num UI, where is the UI? UI dot countdown dot text equals to n and add a small second here. Task dot wait 1 second. This is going to repeat until n equals to 0. Let's see if that works. Alright, for some reason I'm creating like 2 zones here, so let's remove that one. Oh yes, I forgot to like add a small -1 to the n, like the n value. So let's try that again. Okay, it kind of works, but let's change that a little bit and make it goes all the way to 0, because that would look much better in my opinion, having the countdown run to 0, 2 and 1. There we go. Cool. Alright, after that we're going to UI player count dot text equals to num slash something like 2. some reason it didn't update. Oh, right, I understand it now. This one should be like down here, because it's like waiting for the for loop to finish to like start changing the things, so it didn't work. We'll be wanting to change it like right away, like this, as you can see. Alright, now we can test that with more than more than one player by going into the test here, and then press start. You can change the number of players. I'm just gonna go with like 2 players, because having too much lags my computer. Alright, it's now loading like all. Okay, it's quite laggy, to be honest. This is probably like the server. Let's wait for it to finish and things. What the hell is this? Let's just ignore it. We'll probably have to wait for the other things to finish opening up too. Gosh, it takes so much time. The client's loading. Yeah, this is why I don't like having to test like multiplayer and things. It just takes too much time loading, trying to load things. This one is the server. Where's the other client? There you go. Okay, the screen might be a little bit small. It feels weird having to do this. Alright, so it works perfectly fine. Oh wait, but the countdown didn't start. Clean up, let's press clean up to clean up all those things. So probably it changes the number here too fast, that it didn't detect that it counts like you have 2 players. So okay, I think we can do this one, and then local cd equals true. We are going to set cd to false, and then cd, if cd equals true, then we're going to do all the countdown and things. I'm going to probably test this one again, and it'll probably take a long time loading. I'm gonna cut that out. Alright, because testing with 2 clients takes too much time to load, so I'm just gonna test with 1 client. It should probably work fine. Yup, still works just fine. And as you can see, if from before, the number right here already works. So let's do something when the countdown ends. I'm going to move this out here. Alright, so now in the on player added scripts, where is it? There we go. We're going to create some new folder called owned characters. equals instant dot new folder owned character dot parent equals player dot name equals owned local team equals instance dot new folder team dot parent equals player team dot name equals team comp. This is for Roblox to not make for Roblox to not like mix it up with Roblox's team. Alright, so now I'm going to delete all of the allies here. Oh, no, not the whole folder. There we go. When the countdown reaches 0, then I'm still gonna use the update counts because it's convenient. Fire server. Let's just leave it as that for now. On server event, connect function. Of course, there will be a player here. You know what? I think I'm just gonna remove that and fire all clients. It's gonna be easier. If players table player dot user ID equals 1, then alright, I think I'm going to make this only fire once by doing once player dot team for I car in pairs. Oh wait, we gotta fire the number of players too. If n is less than 0, then we're gonna fire a server. None. Player dot team comp get children n equals 1 if num equals 1, then if character dot config dot slot dot value is less or equals to 4, then character local new car equals character clone new character dot parent equals game dot workspace dot ally else if num equals to 2, then we're basically gonna do the same thing. Okay, so for number 3 it's gonna be a little bit more complicated. So I think like the host should have 3 characters. Yeah, no, I meant 2 characters. If n goes to 1, then we're gonna do this. Else Alright, now let me cut the video so I can test these things. Let's get back to it. So I'm going to move here with the second character too, and boom. Now we wait for the countdown to run out. I should have turned off the device thing right here, so it's like easier to see. My screen is a little bit too small for this. Something right, it ain't firing anything. Alright, now let's test that out. Oh yeah, so I think I forgot something when in here. Let's for I in pairs game dot replicate storage dot characters get children do see local new character equals let's see, character clone new character dot parent is gonna be equals to owned character, and let's make another one. New character 2 equals character clone new character 2 dot parent is equals to team. It's gonna be like that for now. Alright, now we have loaded in. Let's see if there are any errors. 19, 18. It's counting down. I should make the countdown faster, so the test is gonna be a lot faster. Alright, as you guys can see, the characters have all lined up have all lined up here. Now let's start doing other things like starting the battle and things and shit. Updates, creating the character. I think after we're done with that, we don't have the battle start event here, so I'm going to copy it and paste it in around here. Oh, it's events, not events folder. Battle starts. Let's see how I sent the battle start. Okay, fire client player. Fire clients player. Should have lowered the countdown to like 5 seconds. Okay, so the ally didn't load in fast enough. Alright, repeat, wait until folder dot ally get children is more than 0. Oh right, so I see what's wrong here. I didn't create all things like, yeah. Right, so let's just copy that one and paste it in here. Boom. Okay, so it should probably work now. One, boom. Alright, cool, it works. Now I only have to like delete the zone. But the question here is if it works with more than one player. Alright, so I think we should add a new value to the characters. Okay, they don't have any string value, so I'm just gonna create a new one. This one is gonna be called owner. You know what? I think we can just use a number value, call it owner, and use the player ID here. I'm just typing some random number in there, and let's put it in every other configurations. New character dot config dot owner dot value is going to be equal to player dot user ID, and just paste that in for copy and paste that in for every other one. Alright, now in the okay, I think we can do something like if process character dot config dot owner dot value is different from player dot user ID dot user ID, then we're gonna make it invisible, and that goes the same to the ultimate buttons. Right, so now in here, if ally dot config dot owner dot value equals to player dot user ID, then we're gonna play this. And then I'm going to write something weird is happening. Why did it start instantly? Alright, probably because I enabled all of this. Oh yeah, I think you can just copy all of this and paste it in for this one right here. We can remove all of this. Okay. Right, let's move that up so it won't bug out. Right here. Alright, I should have disabled the thing. So now I'm going to disable all of this part in the script and one of these two. Alright, let's see if it works. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Boom. It still works fine for one player, I assume. I haven't tested the ultimates and other things yet. Oh yeah, I should also delete the zone destroy. Right, now for the multiple players testing, I'm going to cut that part out because it takes a long time to load. Alright, now we shall test this thing. Gosh, this is like playing Roblox on a smartphone and like using a portrait mode, I think. I forgot what it's called. Yeah, I think it's portrait. This side is lagging badly. Alright, something's wrong here. I think it's because I only fired for like one client. Yeah, let's clean up and fix that. Oh yeah, I forgot to record the part where I'm trying to fix things. So first you add a for loop in for the players table, so you can get the player's ID. Oh wait, I forgot one thing. If ID equals 1, then let's cut this part out, change this to I. There we go, you can see the code. So now I'm going to cut to the playtest part. Alright, so I think it's about the time it's done loading, so let's see if each player here have a different ID. 994. No. Okay, I think I can just do this. Oh wait, this is on the client, so it won't do anything. Let's go to the server and change the player's ID. It's a little bit laggy. Alright, now that we have done changing the player's ID, I'm going to move the character to here and this one to here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, it's a little bit glitchy. I still can't see like player having this player, their camera perspective does not change. I think I know why. Because this is player 2's battle. Alright, this is quite a big problem. Oh yeah, I can send the host too. Right, I can fix it that way. Alright, so now I think where is it? Okay, here, battle start. I think I'm going to get another one called another value here called host, and the host is player dot name, and in this one right here, player dot name. So now we'll get, instead of player name, it's gonna be the host name. Yeah, this is gonna be quite a big problem. Okay, so Alt Q is going to be it's going to need a host now. Remove enemy. Christ. I think there's a better way. I'm just gonna do the local folder outside. So basically local folder is gonna be equals to nothing. And where's the loader start? The folder is gonna be like that. And now let's get rid of all the folder, local folder. Okay, should probably work now. Let's try it in single player mode first. Right, so for single player it works perfectly fine. Now let's try with multiple player. Right, now that we have done loading, let's do the usual stuff and go all the way here. This one too. Alright. Cool. Okay, this is cool, but I can't move the characters here, but I can move here. I cannot move the camera. That's kind of weird. Okay. It's quite glitchy having like two people. Now let's go and try to fix it. Alright, so I think we should have something called like player.user. If player.user is different from classes.config.user id.value, no, not user id, owner.value, then UI.buttons.visible equals false, and now the player animation. I think first we're going to have to like send it to the server so it plays on all clients. Alright, so let's do that by creating another event. I use a remote event maybe a little bit too much. Let's call it play anim. Something like this. Play anim. There we go. And copy that for the client too. There we go. Now play anim. Where did I put that thing? Okay, it's right here. And I think before that, where's the battle start event again? Alright, so now I think I'm going to add a new value called something host here, and change the host here to something like hst, then host equals hst. I don't think we'll need this anymore. Yeah, alright. Next, I think I'll go into the zone script once more, and I think I'm going to cut this one and put it maybe right in here, I suppose. No, I think we'll put this somewhere around here. Whoops, wrong button. There we go. Alright, next I think I'm going to add a new value called in battle, and this is gonna be a table value, so we can put like the players in the battle in here. And now in the update counts, I'm going to add some new value called n2 equals 0, n3 equals 0 for now. Then for I be in pairs players table, do if pl equals 1, then let's change this one to pl table dot insert in battle pl I. Now we're going to n3 plus 1, then we'll add something like for I pl in players table, do if pl equals 1, then I think we're going to cut all of these things. Whoops, missed some. There we go. Let's cut all this thing and put it in here. Then the next thing we're going to do is local por equals players get player by user id I, and let's change the player here to plr, this one, and this one too. Now let's remove this n plus 1 right here. Then we're gonna do n2 plus 1, and then new character dot config dot slot dot value equals to n2. Let's copy that and paste it in all the other ones like these two. Alright, now in here we're going to add n plus 1. So now instead of num here, we're going to do the n, change it to n3. Yeah, something like that. We're going to do for I character in pairs folder dot ally get children, do character dot humanoid root part dot c frame equals folder dot ally positions find first child character dot config dot slot dot value dot c frame outside here. Okay, now in here we're going to add some new things called, let's move them out of here so I can see them. Alright, we're going to create a new folder called ally positions, and then let's just copy one of the enemy positions right here, put it in here, and then let's take this position as the first one and put the position right there. Now I'm going to duplicate it 4 times and rename it to 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right, this is gonna be the next character. Let's copy its position, paste it in, and just repeat that for every other one. Alright, now we are done. Let's check. Okay, it's fine, and then let's move the characters back into the characters folder. Now, where is it? We're going to add a new one called workspace dot ally positions not parent equals folder. Alright, now instead of this one right here, we're going to do player dot in battle dot value equals true, and we're going to remove this line right here, and for the battle start event we're going to send it in battle table 2. Now let's go back into the scripts, the battle client one, and let's find battle start event. Here we go. In battle, no, I think we're going to call it player in, and then let's create a new value called local in battle, and we're going to do in battle equals to a player in, and now we're going to add something like if player dot user ID equals to, no, not user ID, player dot name equals to host, then we're gonna fire this, and we'll do the same thing to the enemy too. Dot name equals to host, then take this and put it in here, and instead of sending only enemy, we'll send host too, and the same thing goes here. Alright, now let's go into a replicate storage, then we're going to create a new event called get target. This is so that the target of the enemy goes the same for every player instead of random on every client. And we're gonna go up here and local get target equals events folder, wait for child, get target. There we go. Okay, so in here instead of doing all of this thing, I'm just gonna disable them for now, and let's do something like get target file server folder in battle. Whoops. There we go, it's right here, and I'll do the same thing, get target file server enemy in battle no folder first, in battle, and now get target dot on client event connect function. We have enemy and target as the parameter. Camera dot c frame equals target dot camera dot c frame. Wait 1.5 seconds, then play any. You know what, let's just copy them right here and let's enable all these two. And now I think let's remove all this, and that goes the same for the ones here too. Alright, now let's add a thing called play anim event. Yeah, I'm gonna change this to play anim event so it doesn't, the script doesn't get confused with this one down here. Dot on client event connect function character button enemy damage. Let's short it to DMG. Energy, and finally in battle. No, I think this one gonna be like this, so the script doesn't get confused. And after that, we're going to send all of that to the play animation. Now I think we're going to add a new thing, player name dot name equals to host. Then we're going to send all the events, and let's add another one here too. Player dot name equals host. Then we'll cut this and put this here. Let's add a new thing, something like UI dot buttons dot visible equals false. UI dot button alt buttons dot visible equals false too. Then if fastest ally dot config dot owner dot value equals to player dot name, then we're going to do all this, all of this. There we go. And let's cut this thing out, and instead play any event file server process ally button dot name enemy damage energy and in battle. Then I think we're going to add a new value called process character for ith in pairs folder dot ally get children do if character dot config dot slot dot value equals to process character process dot character dot value, and then process character equals ch. Let's change this one to if process character dot config dot owner dot value equals to player dot user id, then we'll make the buttons visible else will make UI dot buttons dot visible equals false. And when change the enemy target, let's send the host value to get. We gotta send every one of them with host. Alright, now let's go to the player animation on server, and we're going to add some parameter like player, character, button, enemy, damage, energy, in battle, for IPL in pairs, in battle, do local send, for I player in pairs, players get children, do if user if PL player dot user ID equals to ID going to be like this, equals to PL, then send equals to player, okay, and then player name for client, send character, button, enemy, damage, ENR, and in battle. Alright, now let's create a new event on the server. Get target equals events folder, wait for child, get target. Let's put it right here. Get target dot on server event connect function player enemy folder in battle local target equals folder dot ally get children math dot random 1 to hashtag folder dot ally get children. That should do it. Now for I player in pairs in battle do local player equals players get player by user ID I no not I but PL player, then get target 5 client player enemy target. Now here we are going to for I PL in pairs. Then we're gonna add a new parameter in battle here too. In battle do local player equals players, get player by user ID PL, and then we're going to cut this remove enemy and paste it in right here and change this to player and the update AV, we're gonna add host right here and change this to host so it works. Alright, now we're going to do a for loop for the players in pairs. Oh yeah, we should add a host and in battle, something like that. Let's change this to host. And now in pairs in battle, do remove ally for client instead of player. This it's gonna be like that. No, I think yeah, I think we can do players get player from by user ID. Yup, it should be something like that. Yeah, I'm just gonna do local equals so it will look better for me. And for the change enemy target, we're gonna add a new parameter called host2, and let's change this one to host. Right, and in the star battle script right here, let's see. Alright, so there's nothing we need to fix there. I'm just gonna check again in battle clients, like right here. Okay, so enemy attack event right here. I think we're gonna add something like host and in battle into that. And for the attack events, we're gonna add in battle. Alright, so let's test that out in single player first, and then we'll test them in multiplayer. Oh, whoops, I accidentally made the blocks, all the things here facing the wrong way. Let me fix that real quick. Right, I'm just gonna press Ctrl R like twice, and that will fix everything. Oh yeah, we should, instead of using the character's camera, I think we're gonna go in here. Let's first create a new folder called camera positions, and let's move all the camera into there. I'm just gonna close all these things. Alright, so this one is gonna be number 1, of course. This is number 4, number 2, and 3. Okay, now we'll in this zone scripts, let's make workspace dot campus dot parents gonna be equals to the folder. I think they're anchored, right? Yeah, they're anchored. And in the battle clients here, let's fix the camera up a little bit by, let me find all those things. Where are they? Alright, instead of a character camera.c frame, we're gonna local cam equals folder dot cam pause find first child config dot sort dot value and then cam dot c frame. It should be something like that, I suppose. We're pretty much gonna do the same thing for everything else. Where is it? Instead of config sort, we're gonna do ally.config sort dot value, and let's change this to cam.c frame. Let's paste that in for this one too. Paused character.config, and let's change this to cam.c frame. This one too, cam.c frame. Access character.config.c frame, sort.value camera.c frame. Target.config cam.c frame. Alright, now that should probably work. Let's test that in single player. Later I will enable this part of the script, so when you have one player, it won't it will trigger the battle immediately. Right. Something ain't working right. Oh, there. It's gonna be user ID, not name. I accidentally did that. Now we should test it again to see if it works. Alright, let's do that again. Let's attempt to the new string. Probably I forgot to send it somewhere. Let me find all the update AV again. Oh yeah, here. Let's send it with host and alright. Hope it works right now. Yeah, it probably works fine, at least for single player. So now let's move on to test multiplayer. Before that, I'm going to enable this script again. Workspace dot ally positions dot parent is folder workspace dot cam position dot parent equals to folder in battle. Yeah, that should do it. Now let's test. I'm gonna cut this part out, of course, because it takes a long time to load. Alright, now that the player have all loaded in, let's test with this like multiplayer. It's quite laggy because I have to run like multiple programs on a quite old laptop. Right, as you can see, it created a zone in the map. Oh crap. Oh yeah, I forgot that it'll like have it'll be like quite buggy when the enemy start first. So for now, I'm just gonna increase the all the eye speed, and I'm going to test it again. Alright, so now I'm just gonna go here. No, not here, but there we go, right here. These two, and go into this speed, by speed, and speed. Probably instead of 90, I'm gonna go 120. These two, I think it's gonna be like 101. Alright, that should make the game not that buggy and things anymore. I'm probably gonna fix the error with the enemy starting first later. But for now, let's just leave it as that. Let's test. Alright, now let's get started. Let's move the first person to here, and there you go, the second one. Alright, let's start a battle. So now all the allies starting first. Let's try to attack them. As you can see here, like there aren't any buttons right here for the player to click, because this is this character is for other player. There you go. That goes the same for this one too. Okay, it's a little buggy like when the enemy is trying to attack. For some reason, like a lot of their animations just plays at the same time. I don't really know why though. Oh, wrong screen. I think something went wrong. Let me see if there are any errors on the server. No. On the client, there aren't any errors. Alright, so I think I'm going to add this line right here. Layer dot name equals to host. That'll probably goes the same for the one down here too. Alright, let's test it again. Alright, now let's test. I'm just gonna move the second player probably. Now this is the first one. Now let's move the second one to here. Alright. This character gonna be like this. Okay, for some reason the enemy just kind of like uh falls, I guess. Okay, that's weird. For some reason we still have one turn, but it just kind of skips over that. Okay, so the battle ended for both players. Alright, that's probably it for today's video. See you guys in the next one. Bye.